it is me, Revtrocity, with yet another commentary. I'm recording this after the premiere this time instead of before the premiere, and I have been very happy with the reception I've gotten so far with the remaster. I'm glad you all liked it, but hopefully you find this entertaining. I have loved seeing the comments saying that you enjoy these commentaries, so I'll keep doing them at the end of all the saying a lot of things if you enjoy them that much. So let's get into this one. I was the Jester Boy again, so this is gonna be fun. Alright, so first things first. Why did I remake saying a lot of things as Jevil? So, I'm a bit of a narcissist in that I like to watch my older videos, simply because I like to see the progression of, me as a voice actor, as a content creator, etc. And I tend to look back kind of fondly over my older stuff because, they were the building blocks to get me to where I am now. However, the videos that I tend to come back to the least are the saying a lot of things as Jevil videos, because, that was the beginning of the saying a lot of things series, and back when I did the first one, I had less than a year of voiceover experience under my belt. Now I've gained a little over 6 years of experience doing voiceover and just general content creation. So I wanted to prove to myself that I have gotten better, so I wanted to redo certain things that were kind of off about the original, like the differing mic quality. I wanted to pick up the pace a bit more because I feel like the pace of my older saying a lot of things videos were much slower than they are now. And yeah, mainly I did this to improve upon the original and demonstrate that I have gotten better over the years. At least I want to hope I've gotten better over the years. So does this mean I'm going to make remakes of other saying a lot of things videos? And the simple answer is no, that's not going to happen. I don't want to be stuck in this sort of Ouroboros of me remaking older content and then a couple of years go by and I want to remake the remake and just be stuck in this endless Disney loop of remaking things I've already done. I feel like it's okay for me to leave saying a lot of things as Jevil 2, 2.5, 3, and all the other saying a lot of things untouched. Not just because I feel like that there is charm to the classics, even if they are outdated, but also on a practical level, it would be impossible to do those older videos because the main reason why I was able to do this remaster was because I was able to go back and find the original requests. And back when I started this video, I only had 210 requests to choose from, and I know 210, oh, woe is me. But it was much easier for me to find those suggestions. When I did Jevil Part 2, that shot up to 1,000. And I was doing community posts back then to find requests, and I found out by doing this method that you can only get up to 500 comments before community posts just stop showing you new comments. So that's all to say that I don't feel content just screenshotting my own video and then using those suggestions in the remake. I would rather go dig through the comments and find the OG comments and use those. And it would be just flat out impossible to do that now, given the absolute magnitude of suggestions that I get. That it would be impossible to find those suggestions again. So I don't think I could even do it if I wanted to. Not to bum you all out or anything, but it's just how it is. I'm not gonna remake the older ones. I feel like the first saying a lot of things is perfectly fine to remake. All the other ones, I'm leaving them untouched. And to show you just how much things have improved since then, I'm gonna show you how I recorded the first saying a lot of things as Jevil. Okay, hi. You'll have to forgive the shitty audio quality. I'm too lazy to do that thing that YouTubers do where they record with an SM58 over a green screen. So you're gonna have to settle for this ratchet setup I got going on. I'm actually gonna kneel. Oh jeez. So back when I recorded saying a lot of things as Jevil, I was living with my parents at the time because I was going to community college doing general studies, and I was staying with them to save money instead of getting a dorm. And so whenever I needed to record stuff for voiceover, I would move my audio setup into my dad's closet because it was the most soundproofed room in the entire house. It had carpeted floors, the clothes made excellent soundproofing, and it was just a great vocal booth. Just one problem though, I didn't have an XLR microphone. I instead had this, and this is the exact Blue Yeti I began my voiceover career with. How it's held up this long, I don't know. Also, please just don't start your voiceover career with a Blue Yeti. Take it from me. So how I would set up my Blue Yeti to record saying a lot of things as Jevil is I would take this, go to the kitchen and get a bar stool, go into the living room and take an ottoman right here, so that my mouth is now level with my microphone. Grab a pop filter, put it onto the chair. This one doesn't fit anymore, but it would look sort of like this if it did. And then grab the laptop and just do that over it. And this is how I basically recorded saying a lot of things as Jevil. So this is a dumb setup for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're using a Blue Yeti. And number two, more importantly, because I'm speaking into my microphone like this, and my suggestions are right behind the microphone, the sound from my mouth goes through the microphone and bounces off the screen and comes back into the microphone. So you can hear that sort of boxy sound in some of my takes. But yeah, Jevils 1 through 3, this is pretty much how I recorded them, except for when I needed to scream. Because since the Blue Yeti has horrible gain control, I had to be like this far away from my microphone whenever I shouted, and even then it would peak. Everyone's gotta start from somewhere, so that's how I started, I guess. So now let's talk about the animation help that I had with this remaster. Once again, the GOAT, Spriter Mike, they're back with another segment. I'm always excited to work with them. Spriter Mike is just awesome to work with on videos, and the reason why is because, okay, so like, when I commission animators, I often give them like a reference or like something to like illustrate what I'm talking about. Maybe like a poorly made screenshot, or like a little snippet of a video that I've splashed together. And to give you an idea of what I mean by like references or like sample images, here's what I sent to Mike to illustrate what I was looking for this segment.
So, in other words, B, like me, can...
Go on, you can say it.
Can do anything!
And what I love about Spriter Mike is that they are able to fill in those gaps with their own creativity, and it is just fantastic to see. Like, for example, when I showed them a rough idea of what I wanted for the B segment, I just wanted a plain silhouette encompassing Rules card and Jevil at the end of that, where Rules is like, oh, what the? But I didn't expect Mike to then reincorporate the Spamton Bee at the beginning into a whole army of Spamton Bees. That wasn't me, that was purely Mike. And of all the animators that I knew had to be on this thing, I knew without a shadow of a doubt I had to get Seek and Ray Leanne. Let me gush over these two for a moment. Seek and Ray Leanne are the reason I have a fan-made video section on my channel, because it was through my first Saying a Lot of Things way back in 2019 that served as a launching point for both of these channels way back then. Seek, of course, is awesome. I don't think I need to say much about them. Their work is fantastic. I help out on their FNF mod every now and then, so that's always cool. And Ray Leanne, I'm just so happy of how far they've come as an animator, as an artist. It's so cool to see Rayleigh doing what they love. And in fact, they got an AU that they're working on for Shav's Media called DELTAFALLERS. Don't mean for this to turn into an inadvertent plug, but I'm dubbing that on Shav's Media's channel, so look forward to that. But yeah, I mean, Rayleigh and Seek, they had to be on this thing. I guess moral of the story, support the animators. Yippee! Next, I want to talk about going back through the original post and finding the old requests again. I was so happy that you were happy that I went back to my old post and found the old comments again rather than just screenshotting the comments on my video and putting them in the remaster. I'm really happy you liked that detail, because going back through that post, it was so nostalgic. Skimming through and finding the comments that I've known for so long and seeing the changes in the name and the profile picture, it felt like I was watching you grow up. Unfortunately, I couldn't find every OG comment. The first two in the original video and the last one, I couldn't find. I mean, the first two, I guess it's understandable, but I don't know what happened to the last one. And I was gonna be content with just finding those, but as I was skimming through and seeing people that I recognized, like Ray Leanne and Masked Brobot, having left suggestions in that video, I was like, there are some good suggestions that I just either didn't register or that I didn't realize at the time. So that's when, as I was going through those OG comments, that I realized, why not dub those? I missed them the first time and they're actually pretty funny. So that's why I did that sort of bonus request section at the end of the remaster. I felt like it would only be right to give them the spotlight that they deserve. It was super fun. I loved it. So another thing I want to touch on is more specifically about why I changed the songs from the original. As a lot of you know, in the original Saying a Lot of Things is Jevil video, I sung Toto Africa and PewDiePie's Lasagna. I know I said this in character, but I'm gonna say this now as me. I genuinely do not know how I was able to not get copyright struck with the Africa cover, because I knew it was a meme around the time, and I tried finding an instrumental that like wouldn't trip the algorithm or the copyright system, but I didn't want to risk doing that again. And with the PewDiePie video, I feel like singing Lasagna is too dated, like way too dated to matter in 2024. So I wanted to find 2 other songs that I could put in their place. And initially, what I was going to go with was a song from Sonic Frontiers, Find Your Flame, simply because its chorus was very simple in terms of melody. I'm not a trained singer. I have never taken vocal lessons in my life, so I felt like that would have been the easiest thing for me to do, given the melody in the chorus. But because Kellen Quinn is an established singer, I didn't know if it was safe for me to use that song. I'm sure it probably was, but I didn't want to risk copyright claims over that. So then I opted for Bury the Light from Devil May Cry 5. But after my investigation tool that I told you all about in Saying a Lot of Things as Sans 2, I think, I discovered that that song gets copyright claimed out the wazoo, so that was a no. I would have really loved to do Bury the Light though, but that's just not gonna happen. So then I settled on The Only Thing I Know for Real from Metal Gear Rising, because after investigating, I didn't see any copyright claims with it, and it seemed fine to do. More so than that, what really helped solidify this being the song was the parody that I saw of Wheelchair Sam, and with the whole Jevils in a wheelchair thing, I felt like that fit perfectly. And so with that, I chose The Only Thing I Know for Real, and I did a cover of The Only Thing I Cannot Feel for the video. This song. So, again, like I said, I'm not a trained singer, but I decided to go with it because I demoed the song in the booth before I confirmed that this was the song I wanted to do and see if I was able to be on key or not. And surprisingly, I was.
Memories broken, the truth goes unspoken. I've even forgotten my name. I don't know the season or what is the reason. I'm standing here holding my blade.
So if I was able to sing it that well just haphazardly, I just thought, hey, maybe I could do this better singing it like normal. And the one thing that I found out is that, holy hell, singing is hard. Between doing the lead vocals and then the backing vocals, it took me about like 24 takes, not front to back, but it took me 24 takes for me to get something resembling good. Because although I was able to do good and I felt confident in myself as I was singing it, my voice did this annoying thing where it would modulate a half step higher into D minor, whereas the song is in C sharp minor, so I was singing higher than I needed to be. And to try and demonstrate what that sounds like for people who don't know what I'm talking about, the original song is sung like, my legs are broken, the kneecaps are stolen, I'm forever bound to a chair. And my voice wanted to do this. My legs are broken, the kneecaps are stolen, I'm forever bound to a chair. So yeah, if I want to be better as a singer, I should absolutely take singing lessons because it was fun to do, but holy hell was it hard. Thank you for being supportive anyway. And before I stop talking about the song, I do want to mention the POMNI thing, because So I saw people talking about me putting POMNI in it. What I visualized for when I made this thing is I wanted a boo-womp face. I wanted some variant of the boo-womp, and I felt like, oh, POMNI, she's a jester. She's doing the exact face that I'm looking for. That would be a great visual. Like, I didn't expect people to, like, run with that. Like, holy sh**, like, Jevil and POMNI, canon? I just need the visual. There's nothing deep about me putting them there, but thank you for obsessing over that anyway. Boo-womp. And finally, how about a little reflection on saying a lot of things as Jevil? God, man, I can remember when I made that video. Up to that point, when I was uploading videos to YouTube, I could pinpoint exactly why a video was doing well. Like someone would make an animation of something that I did, or, you know, when Deltarune came out, I was like, oh yeah, the reason these Deltarune videos are doing good is because the Deltarune's in the algorithm and it's causing me to blow up more than usual. So I was able to pinpoint exactly why I was getting traction, but when saying a lot of things as Jevil happened, it was meant to be an inside joke, because when I made my video on how to do the Jevil voice, I did a proto saying a lot of things, and then I thought as an inside joke, hey, why not turn this little section into a thing for my community? Like, I think that'd be pretty fun. And for the first time in my content creation career or life or whatever the hell this is, I could not tell you how in the heck that video blew up the way it did. I remember just being stunned that it was getting the traction that it was. I was blown away. At the peak of saying a lot of things as Jevil's popularity, I was surpassing 1,000 subscribers a day. And that was back when I had just barely crossed 3,000 subscribers. I think I jumped up like 4,000 subscribers by the time the traffic died down. It was crazy. It really was. And over the coming year, as I was making more, there did unfortunately come this fear of being typecast, because, you know, I just got recognized by the community, and, you know, I was worried that, you know, saying a lot of things as Jevil was going to be the only thing I was going to be known for. That's why I made that typecast comic dub way back then. And it also did suck to see people making suggestions in places that I wasn't taking them from, because I genuinely wanted to hear what people had to say about my video. And every single time I tried to clarify that, people would just do it harder, which, I mean, that's the internet, I guess. But it's okay. I've developed thicker skin since then. It doesn't bother me at all anymore. I've grown to expect it these 5 years. But it was a little demoralizing, but I looked past it. I will say, though, being Jevil has made me appreciate the character a lot more. Because there was a time where I felt kind of uncertain about them, and me being the community's Jevil was cool, but I felt cursed by them, that they were going to be the only thing I'd be known for. Only after stopping the series, pivoting towards other characters like Sans and Rules Card and Flowey, did my love for Jevil actually begin to grow. I grew to straight up adore the Jester, and now I love him with all my heart. I absolutely adore this Chaos Clown. And, you know, as much credit as I like to give myself for being the Fancanon Jevil, I kinda hate how narcissistic that kind of sounds of me. I don't feel like I should be hoarding this character I don't own to myself. So, really, I feel like I want to shout out to all the other people who have taken up the shoes of the Chaos Jester, especially a man who did it before me, Audio Spawn. He was the one who did the original I can't do anything, I'm in an effing wheelchair audio. He's the one who did it before me, and I just simply copied him. But yeah, man, without this video, I don't think I would have gotten the attention that I've been so fortunate to receive. So thank you for the amazing journey. Making this video was special. It was very, very special for me because I was treading familiar roads as well as new ones. And where the series goes from here, I'm not sure. I'm happy to see how it's evolved, how it's changed, how I've reached the point in my career where I'm I'm nostalgic for them. I've had people say, I used to watch you when I was in elementary school, and man, like, I'm sorry if I'm getting sappy and sentimental in here. Like, this is just, it's crazy. I can't really process it into words. It's just really crazy. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I really just don't know what more to say than that. I hate saying the same things over and over again, but really there's just no other way I can put it, but just thank you. This meant a lot to me to get your support and for you to enjoy my stuff. And yeah, once again, thank you. And with that, I guess we'll conclude the commentary. But hey, snap out of that sappy mood. Hey, there we go. Mood's reset. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one, wherever Saying a Lot of Things goes from here, or wherever this channel goes from here. So, see you later.